Yeah, it's rolling. Good.
Right.
Okay, so we're in Coventry Synagogue. It's the 2nd of September 2021, and Avi, could you just tell me your name and introduce yourself?
My name is Avi Tordjman, originally from Israel.
My first question is, how did you come to acquire Coventry Synagogue?
Well, Derek, it's a very interesting question and a very long answer. As a young man, I guess, I opted into traveling around the world at a certain age. I have a nature of wanting to know more about my surrounding. And I traveled Japan, China, Hong Kong for a while. And then I had an opportunity to go to Poland. Now, I'm Jewish, born, wanted to know more about my history, the lineage, the culture. So, when the opportunity arose, I just took it. And I went to Auschwitz, really living, absorbing what went on many years before I was even born. And from there we carried on traveling through Poland, visiting a few different cities. And at some point I remember that we were walking through an alleyway. I can't remember which city it was and exactly which area. And I noticed a big building that looked odd, like misplaced. Huge building in a small little corner with big Roman pillars and huge doors, and I really wanted to see what's inside. And when I walked in, I want to say shocked, but I wasn't shocked, I was just amazed to see that it was a synagogue. It was a synagogue many years ago, and now it became a swimming pool. And when I inquired, I learned that through the war it was occupied, gutted out, became into an Olympic swimming pool, and it was just left like that. And I had a kind of a tingling sensation. I couldn't explain it then, but it was more like I wish I could do something about it, or I wish I had the resources to bring back the life that used to be in this building into that building. I just had a simple thought. It wasn't even a thought, it was just a spark. And 10 years later, I have an opportunity to make this spark real. And that's it. Kept on traveling, finished with Poland, moved to London, started working in London, lived in London for many years, loved working there. But England always had a sense of hiding something. Something that it's not quite right, something left to do here. So when I had an opportunity to kind of explore on my own more of England out of London with myself rather than being working for someone else, I just jumped on the opportunity and opened a business in Royal Leamington Spa. I think it was about 5 years of learning with my rabbi that one day we're sitting in a lesson in his house and he looks at me and he says, "Do you know anyone who wants to buy a building?" And for me it was just a random question with a random answer. What is the building? And now I can tell you that I wasn't expecting the answer after that. When he said it's a synagogue, things started clicking. You know, I can't tell you exactly how and where, but it was like a little piece of a puzzle in a very big puzzle. The place it fitted is just completed a portion of a picture that I couldn't even tell myself. I didn't see the building before we closed the deal. The first time I saw the building was when I got the keys. So when I found out that the synagogue was closed for just over 18 years and seeing everything that was left behind as it was, the synagogue itself, some Some items were here. It looked like they were just left just after they finished doing something with them, and they just left it like this, closed the doors, and never looked back. So for me, it was a case of understanding where is it going. Now, in that process, I knew that the first thing I have to do is save every penny I have. So I sold my business and I moved into the rabbi's house. Now then, I was still busy clearing it. So I had to clear a room for myself while I was still working on the rest of the premises. I made myself a nice spot between dry rot on the right to dry rot on the left. And I was using tin cans filled with toilet paper and alcohol as heaters for the first 6 months until I managed to get the electricity reconnected. Now, I can tell you that it wasn't easy, and it's still not easy. Since I came to Coventry, which I didn't know anything about before I purchased the Coventry Synagogue, very quickly I made friends with some of the locals. Not only they were interested in what's happening, but they were also interested of helping. And it kind of gave me the feeling that what I'm doing here is not just Jewish community, old synagogue. It's more Coventry city and community. And since then, it just started rolling. The sense of community and the sense of togetherness that you get in Coventry, the sense of wanting to help each other just because you can. Not because you believe in the same thing, not because you look the same, not because of money or shoes or clothes, not because of anything, just because you have personally, you have resources to help and you see someone that needs it. I've never seen it anywhere else. The mikveh is very spiritual. It's a set of 2 pits. That's one of them have tap water, the other one would have rainwater accumulated from outside, and that they will be drawn in a very specific manner into that pit. So there will be as less as possible movements with this water. And those water will mix in a 3rd hole, that would actually be the mikveh itself, and you would immerse yourself in this water every once in a while.
I don't know if this is fanciful, but it does take my mind back to the swimming pool and the sort of act of desecration that you saw there, and then somehow this one, it's making good on that and bringing that element back to life. I don't know.
It was like a little piece of a puzzle. I was born near the sea. Right, when I was young, I would literally 10 minutes walking barefoot and I would be done at the beach. I kind of forgot what it feels to be inside water that is there. It's water, natural space that you just walk in and immerse yourself inside. Now, the sea is very similar to the idea of a mikveh, because again, it's water that's never been touched. And when I came back, it just gave me the feeling that I must restore the mikveh as it was, because the ability to immerse yourself completely in water that's completely natural, it's priceless, besides the fact that it's very spiritual. I like music and I like the tools. I think my favorite tool would be drums. Do you know what tarabuka is?
No.
Tarabuka is a Moroccan drum. They would start very slow because the beginning was very melancholic, just in a Sephardic kind of way. and then it would pick up. That's the whole party.